I created this Instagram dashboard entirely with Claude. If you've ever created a dashboard in Data Studio, Power BI, or any other data visualization tool, you know that something like this easily takes you about 1 or 2 days of work. Connecting the data, building each chart, and choosing what goes on each page. What I liked most about doing it with AI wasn't just how fast it was, but also that the data in this dashboard refreshes automatically. I open it in the morning and the data is already completely fresh. I no longer have to export CSVs, Google Sheets, or Excels to refresh it. Now, I want to be honest with you. This is not a magic prompt. There is a process, but once you have the system set up, replicating it takes minutes. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create this same dashboard for your company's Instagram, your clients, or for your personal Instagram. So let's dive right in. What are you going to need? In this tutorial, we're going to use Claude as the AI that will help us create this dashboard. However, you can use others like ChatGPT. If you don't have a Claude account, it's very easy. Go to claude.ai and click on Create a Free Account. You can do the whole process of this tutorial with a free account. However, I recommend that you buy the $20 subscription because you might run out of tokens on the free plan and not be able to finish this tutorial. All right, now, these are the requirements to be able to create this dashboard. First, obviously, you need an Instagram account, but there's something important here. The Instagram account has to be a business or creator account. If it's a personal Instagram account, it won't give you access to insights. You'll have to go to Instagram and switch it to creator or business. So check that before moving on. Now, to bring your Instagram data to Claude, you have several options. The first and most common is to go to your Instagram, create a Google Sheet, and start filling it with the information that Instagram already provides. The second is to go to Meta Business Suite, download the information in a CSV, and then pass it to Claude. The problem with this is that it will always be manual. You can't automate it. And the data you download is static. It will only reference the period you selected on Instagram or in Meta Business Suite. And when you want to update the dashboard again, you'll have to go back to Instagram, pass it the Excel or CSV, and ask it to update the information. Honestly, that doesn't save us much time. Plus, there's something you have to keep in mind, and that is that Instagram only keeps 90 days of your information. So if you're not constantly saving that information somewhere, you're going to lose it. To avoid all that manual process, we're going to use an MCP. What is an MCP? Basically, an MCP is a connection that allows Claude or any other AI model like ChatGPT to access data from other platforms and work with that information. Think of it as a bridge between the platform and Claude. In this case, it's going to be a bridge between Instagram and Claude. For this exercise, the MCP we're going to connect is the Porter Metrics MCP. The Porter Metrics MCP allows you to connect more than 25 marketing platforms, not just Instagram. And once you connect it, in this case, since we're only connecting Instagram, we'll have access to all the information Instagram has. For example, followers, reach, views, shares, saves, etc. Connecting it takes a few minutes. Go to portermetrics.com and create your free account. Then go to Claude, click on Customize, Connectors, add a custom connector, name it Porter Metrics, and paste this URL where it says MCP server URL. Click on Add and connect your Porter Metrics account. Then go back to Claude. Simply ask it to add a new Instagram account to your Porter Metrics MCP. Claude will reply with an authorization link, authorize it, and that's it. Let's make sure this worked. I'm going to ask Claude how many followers I currently have on my account. Here is my Instagram account. This is the response. It's the same number. Perfect. This way, by making this connection, we won't have to be exporting CSVs, going into Google Sheets, or exporting Excel. All right, now let's create the dashboard. Before building the dashboard, we have to ask ourselves what questions we want to solve so that when someone opens that dashboard, they can answer them quickly. Normally, what you want to know with an Instagram dashboard are things like how many followers I have, am I growing or not, what was my reach, what were my impressions or views, what is my best time to post, what is my engagement rate. These are the types of questions we're going to answer with this dashboard we're creating. So the first thing we need to do is think about the structure of the dashboard. For that, we're going to create some pages that will group the Instagram fields that can answer the questions we already asked ourselves. We're going to have an overview page with the main metrics, total followers, total reach and views, follower growth over time, and profile actions. Then we'll create a posts page with its metrics, another page for stories, and another page for the audience. And what we're going to ask Claude is to create the dashboard based on this structure. Once inside Claude, to build the dashboard, the prompt you should create has the following qualities. First, it has to have instructions about the design you want to give it, whether you want it to be dark, light, the style of the charts, etc. For example, you can ask Claude to access your client's website or a competitor's whose design you really like, so that using the Porter Metrics MCP, it gets the visual identity and designs the dashboard that way. In this case, in this prompt, I already defined the visual style, as you can see here. The second thing the prompt needs to have is the page structure you're going to use in your dashboard. It's our skeleton. For this dashboard, it's the overview, post, stories, and audience pages. Third, the prompt must be specific about the metrics each page will contain. For example, on the post page, we define that it will have metrics for interactions, impressions, likes, saves, comments, and engagement rate, and that all of these will be scorecards. Additionally, we defined that we'll have a carousel for the top posts and specified that each card must have its own metrics. We're going to do this for each of the pages. All right, that's what your prompt needs to have. Now, if you enter the prompt as you created it into Claude, what Claude will do is create a live artifact, like the one you're seeing on screen right now. Live artifacts are an HTML file you can interact with. However, it has a huge limitation, which is that the live artifact won't update live. It's just a snapshot of the data you got the first time. To solve this, it's best to create the dashboard using Porter Metrics infrastructure. This will allow the data to update constantly. You'll never have to recreate the dashboard because you already did it once. Second, you'll be able to share the dashboard with a link, unlike the live artifact, which is an HTML file you need to download. Third, you'll be able to assign roles to your team, for example, admin, editor, or view only. And additionally, you can also download a PDF to send or share with your client as a presentation. The dashboard I've shown you throughout the video was created using the Porter Metrics MC. This is what allowed me to have the visual design, keep the information updated, and share it. For you to also have this same Instagram dashboard, what you need to do is download the skill that is in the first comment in the description. And once you have it installed in Claude, you'll be able to run it in any of its interfaces: Claude Chat, Cowork, or Code. To do it in chat, if you're using the free version of Claude, you'll have to do an additional step, which is to allow Claude to access the Porter Metrics domain. To do this, you'll do the following. Click on your profile, click on Settings, then go to Capabilities, and where it says Domain Allow List, paste this exact text as I'm writing it, with the asterisk, the dot, portermetrics.com. That will allow Claude to access the Porter Metrics domain. And since you already have the skill downloaded, open a new chat and type /Porter Instagram dashboard and ask it to create the dashboard with your Instagram account, which you should have previously connected to Porter Metrics. Claude will take a few minutes to think, and in a few moments, you'll have this exact same dashboard for your account. If you want to change the design or edit it in another way, that's up to you. I hope this video was very useful to you. Subscribe and see you next time.